What up, you guys? Slim here at Team Purple Panda, here to do the next three card discussions I'm going to be doing. They're all courtesy of Team Weirdos. Shout out to them. They sent me three requests, and they're pretty generic. I've been reviewing a lot of cards that people are very familiar with, a lot of cards people aren't familiar with. But I feel that when I get suggestions like this, when it's a decent card that I think every player in this game can benefit from, it's definitely worth profiling. So without further ado, we're going to start it off. We're going to start with dprison. I'm holding up 3 because I run 3. This is without a doubt in my top 5 favorite cards probably in the game, if not like favorite trap cards. People don't know, dprison, they attack, you remove their monster, baboosh, you're gone, you're banished, whatever you want to call it. Dprison is amazing, you guys. I've always been a fan of dprison since, it first came out in the video game. And, when it came out in the video game, it was really hard to come across. A lot of people didn't have it. And it took years to get reprinted. And it was finally reprinted. It was only reprinted once, if I remember correctly. It was reprinted in the Machina Mayhem. That deck was amazing, like no lie. That deck gave you so many awesome reprints. This being one of them. And it's one of the most expensive commons these days. Dprisons I heard are ringing in $6 to $10 a piece, if not more. Kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. But when you need a card this bad, I can see people shelling out money for it. I mean, if I was in a desperate situation, I would, because dprison is just that good. And it works in like every deck, like honestly. The only deck I could see it not working so much is plants, because you have so much control, you don't even need it. But dprison is amazing, you guys. Like literally, they attack, you remove their monster. The big reason why dprison got hot again was because of Stardust. So they attack and go baboosh, Stardust is gone, cannot negate it, it doesn't destroy. That's one of the big things about dprison that I love. It does not destroy, they can't Magatama you. However, one thing people do need to know is that in order to get rid of Shein, 9 times out of 10 you gotta go double dprison, and it's only because it's hard to get Shein to, it's hard to bait Shein, like it's kind of hard, kind of not, but in order to really make a big impact, you want it removed. You don't want to face down a double edge of where Shein comes back and then stays because they tribute the other Six Samurai to keep it alive. If people didn't know you could do that, yeah, you can do that. That's why the deck's so good. But dprison is just amazing, you guys. I love running 3 copies in Gravekeeper. I'll probably always run 3 copies of this card. It's so good because, I mean, you need removal, like literally removal from this game, not destruction. Destruction only gets you so far, but when you banish or remove something, it's, just so much better, because you need to be able to, counter what your opponent is, staring you down with. It's like, if you're staring down, one big monster you can't get around, but the other 2 aren't that big a deal. You save the dprison and you activate it when you need it, and that's why running 3 copies is really good. You can't recycle them unless you run Mask of Darkness, which is just bad. Don't run Mask of Darkness. But dprison is really good because it stops key monsters from going off, and that's really key in this game. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been saved because of dprison. Thunder King attacks, I wouldn't be able to recruiter, I dprison it, it's gone, I get to do my recruiter play next turn. Any deck can benefit from it. I've seen it in GKs, I've seen it in God, like everything, literally, like Samurais, Dragoonity, everything. Every deck could benefit from running it, aside from plants, which, I mean, they could still run 1. I mean, even at 1, you guys, it's really good, It just works, it's one of those trap cards that just really works. It's never a bad card. I mean, it doesn't hurt really, the activation of it doesn't hurt you at all. Like I said, the worst case scenario is having to use 2 to get rid of Shein, but think about it, Shein is removed and will not be coming back. That is key. If you keep in mind those facts when playing cards like this, you'll understand why you have to make the plays you need to in order to win, and dprison is definitely no exception. Heroes benefit great when they run 2 to 3 of them. Most decks just run it. I mean, it's a card I'll probably always include in my main deck. GBs run it in 2 and 3. Robert's deck included 3 because, I mean, it's protection for days, and it's that kind of protection that is so core to this game right now that you need to run it. And, I mean, that's pretty much all I can say, you guys. dprison is an amazing card. Run it in 2, run it in 3. I highly suggest people try it. If you haven't tried dprison, I don't know why you wouldn't have tried dprison in your deck, but please do. It is way better than Sakuretsu Armor. It is way better than just running a Mirror Force. You need a Mirror Force plus a couple of these, and it's way better. I mean, Widespread Ruin is cool. It doesn't target, but you're not able to remove. You can only destroy, and in the end, destruction does not compete with banishing a monster. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Leave me your comments below what you think about dprison. Please continue to rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.